Agriculture is the backbone of Guyana's economy, and under the visionary leadership of His Excellency President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, the Agriculture Innovation and Entrepreneurship Program (AIEP) is transforming lives and creating opportunities for young entrepreneurs across the nation. Launched as a groundbreaking initiative, the AIEP initially focused on the cultivation of high-value crops under shade houses. With nearly 600 shade houses constructed nationwide, including over 300 at Nari, the program has already empowered countless youths and boosted agricultural productivity. Today, the AIEP is gaining momentum, and one shining example of its success is the all-female Duck Dynasty Youth Group from Firish, Quarantine. These young women are making waves in duck rearing thanks to the support of the Guyana Livestock Development Authority, GLDA. Mr. Fenton Nickram is the GLDA Livestock Extension Officer overseeing this project and supervising the operations of the Duck Dynasty Youth Group. He explained the concept and the progress thus far.
The AIP project initially started with the shade house operation, and it gradually expanded into poultry ventures. One such area where a lot of emphasis was placed on by His Honorable Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali is the rearing of ducks in Guyana in an effort to push the duck sector in keeping with the 25 by 2025 vision. As such, 4 young professionals, primarily women from Region 6, they came forward and they received 350 ducklings initially at the start. They participated in both the brooding and the growth phase, and at this point, in fact, the operation started in August, and at completion in November, we would have had roughly 279 ducks available.
The demand for duck meat in Guyana is at an all-time high. In 2023, Guyana produced 1,080,000 metric tons of duck meat. By the end of 2024, that number rose to 1.9 million metric tons, and the demand continues to grow. Our goal is to exponentially increase duck rearing so that Guyana becomes a net exporter of this product. Ms. Kiana Clemenson is the chairperson of the Firish Quarantine Duck Dynasty Youth Group. She says her group comprises 3 other young women who are very enthusiastic about poultry rearing as a business and have been learning on the job since the start of the project, all under the supervision of the GLDA.
This project came about through the AIEP program. I received a batch of 350 ducklings in August. The idea is for us to understand the concept of rearing ducks during brooding, and at present we have 279 ducks. With the drake average 10 pounds and the hen average 5 pounds. In the process, 82 bags of feed was utilized. So as I mentioned earlier, we started off with 350 ducklings and now we have 279. We lost a few at a very young stage and a few due to cannibalism. We dealt with the problem by applying treatment and beak trimming. Throughout this entire journey, my group received technical support from the Guyana Livestock Development Authority. Based on the success of this initial phase, 190 ducks were selected for breeders. As a group, we will produce our own eggs and hatch them at GLDA so that we can produce ducklings to supply farmers in Region 6.
While 190 ducks may seem modest for a commercial operation, the returns are significant. The GLDA is providing the necessary training and support to ensure these young women succeed.
In terms of total output from these ducks, we know that the plan for the group is to keep roughly 190 of these as breeding flocks. Now the implication of this is that these breeding flocks would actually be able to produce roughly 19,383 hen eggs per cycle. And so this would equate roughly, if we're talking about fattening, selling these ducklings as fatteners, we're talking about $9,691,500 is revenue. There's at 65% hatchability on set eggs. If they continue to pursue the option of, instead of selling these ducklings, they tend to grow them themselves to the point of rear out at a 10% mortality, then we're looking at an entire revenue collection of some $56,683,200. In effect, duck rearing in Guyana has been of a growing concern, and so the interest in duck meat is becoming becoming part of a staple in Guyana. And so with this new venture, I expect more youths, more young persons, young women will be more involved in agriculture and participate in future activities such as this one.
So what are the startup costs for someone interested in rearing ducks as a business? Mr. Nick Ram explains what would be required for a person starting with 350 ducks.
For a normal person pursuing a venture of 350 ducks, we're talking about an area of 875 square feet for the entire growth of the ducks. Now, an operation this size, the entire investment cost would be roughly $628,240. That is inclusive of feed, cost of ducklings, labor, and other things included such as shaving, electricity, amongst others.
The growth cycle is approximately 11 weeks for birds being raised for meat, but there's also a lucrative alternative in egg production.
A point to note is that the process we're talking about to make this $628,240 is roughly 11 weeks, thereabout. If the operation is to pursue a breeding process, then what would happen is that these ducks would have to be brooded and reared for 26 weeks. And then the eggs would have to pursue the process of incubation. And from thereafter, they'll be able to actually produce ducklings just like the model that was just presented. In terms of returns and investment, after the first batch of laying, they'll be able to actually recover most of the costs for the ducklings during the process of the operation. If, in wisdom, they pursue both fattening and breed operation, where they subject some of the ducklings and put them as fatteners and grow them out, that will actually help subsidize and bring in more income instead of selling out all the ducklings at day whole to help boost the business. And so the returns on investment will actually flow at a faster rate. So you get more returns on investment because it's two investments being put together, both the fattening operation and the breeding operation.
The Duck Dynasty Youth Group is just one of many success stories under the AIEP. Similar groups across the country are already benefiting from this transformative program. Under the PPPC government, the ultimate goal is clear: to rapidly increase the production of duck meat and other agricultural products, not only to satisfy local demand, but to position Guyana as a net exporter. This aligns with the region's goal of reducing food imports by 25% by the end of 2025. The AIEP is more than just a program. It's a testament to the PPPC government's commitment to empowering Guyanese youths and women, fostering innovation and building a sustainable future. Together, we are cultivating success one duck, one crop, and one dream at a time. The Agriculture Innovation and Entrepreneurship Program, AIEP, transforming lives, building futures.